Steve, what was it that inspired you to get into the hospitality industry?
I know it wasn't like one thing. I guess I've always been interested in food and that kind of thing. When I was a little kid, I used to make tea for everyone in bed when I was about 4 or 5 or something. Just turn on the hot water tap in the tea bag and take it through. But then I started getting to making breakfast in bed for everyone. I was a little bit older, and I got just as much kick out of them being so stoked to get breakfast in bed as just doing it as well. So I've always had like a bit of an interest like that. But probably wasn't until, I guess also what influenced me was when my old man used to work for IBM, and we got transferred overseas to America. We stayed in a lot of hotels, and it was just such a buzz staying in this great big hotels, fantastic restaurants and room service and all that kind of stuff. And I thought, wow, that's really interesting.
So in 2003, you won the Felix Award for the Best Restaurateur.
Oh yeah.
What is it that you believe helped you to achieve this award?
I know I used to shout a lot of my mates' drinks.
You think that helped?
So they voted for me.
So they voted for you.
I don't know.
Fair enough.
I think you know, you just, if you're around for a little bit, you know, just actually surviving in this business is something.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't know why they voted for me. You just have to ask. But there was a peer vote thing, you know, kind of like the Academy Awards, and
I'm sure it wasn't all based on just your friends' votes, though.
Well, colleagues. Let me say colleagues in the business. You know. Yeah. And it's a good thing about Wellington. Everyone, you know, gets together, can work together. It's not, you know, quite always open for a bit of a chat and work together on fundraisers or something like that. We share information, so it's quite collaborative sort of city, Wellington. Probably one of the most important things is when we nearly went bust back in about 2000. When we thought we were pretty good, and we only just believed all the press reports saying that we were the best restaurant in New Zealand, and we got some awards and some great write-ups. Oh, awesome! All we have to do is just open the front door and bank the money, you know. So that's resting on your laurels, and which is what we did. And we got the market, got the wrong perception of Logan Brown. They thought we're just really expensive and pretentious, and all the negative things about fine dining. And it wasn't. I don't know whether you met Brownie, but you know, we're just not like that at all. We're pretty much regular guys who just love good quality product and having a good time, but we're really quality focused, and so we had to, that drove a lot of customers away from us. We had some bad press, but we realised what a big error that was, and we turned that around and changed. Went about changing people's perceptions of Logan Brown, brainwashed the media, and eventually it worked. And we did a lot of physical changes. We built a new bar with a fish tank in it, and just changed uniforms. We did a lot of things to change people's perception. So that was probably the biggest lesson. You never rest on your laurels. You think you made it, you haven't. You always got to be evolving and getting better at what you do every day. You've got to be doing something a little bit better than yesterday. And we really drive that home with our team as well.
So do you think it's important to cater for every individual then?
Well, we try to. It's not. I don't think every restaurant should be doing that. I think it's just, you just got to know your market. For us, we're quite a big restaurant, and we've got to be full a lot of the time. So we have to have a real broad range of products, and we have to target as much of the market as possible. That's why we've got our bistro menu. It's a 3 courses of $39.50, including bread for lunch and for pre-theatre dining. So a lot of people come and enjoy everything and get about Logan Brown, beautiful space, you know, tablecloths and hand towels in the toilets and great service and everything. But it's just $39.50. It's really, you know, really inexpensive, and it's really makes Logan Brown really approachable.
I think we talked about this a little bit before, but what valuable lessons have you learned in your time in the hospitality industry?
Yeah, like never rest on your laurels,
Yeah.
is that one? Yeah.
Yeah.
I guess you never take anything for granted. You know, never presume, especially with team. You really, you know, you think team might be thinking, you know, staff member might be thinking one thing, but you can't presume they're thinking that. I mean, it's probably the team is staff's one of the most complex things, and so over all the years I've learned how to deal fairly with them and get the most out of them, or for themselves or for the business as well.
So is that where you think it's important to make sure that you do team building exercises so that you all know how to work together with each other?
Yeah, it is, yeah. It's just like rugby team. We compare ourselves to the All Blacks, because we love rugby. We wouldn't compare ourselves to the Hurricanes at the moment. But we've got, you know, like the All Blacks they're one of the best teams in the country, right? And we reckon we've got one of the better teams in the country as well. And All Blacks have got two types of players, like forwards and backs. And at Logan Brown we've got two types of players, like kitchen team and dining room team. You know, and the dynamics between those two groups is really important. It's all very well for the forwards to have a good game if the backs are dropping the ball. It's like here, all the guys in the, you know, it's okay if the dining room, it's not good enough. The dining room team's having a good game if the kitchen is screwing up because the guests are going to be unhappy. So that sort of dynamic's really important. We bring that up as far as, you know, like playing as a team individual. You have to do what's required, but you're also responsible for helping to work in the team and communicate.
There are many aspiring restaurateurs out there who are wanting to break into the restaurant world. Do you have any advice to them about how to establish their own restaurant?
Number one would be work in good restaurants. Learn from a good restaurateur their systems, their approach to guests, their approach to marketing, how they go about things, and learn from them. And you know, go to a couple of different restaurants and get a style which you admire, and forget about how much you're getting paid per hour, and just think that you're in a great college of learning if you're working for a good place, and suck up all the knowledge you can from there, and then move on to another place. But getting into a restaurant, don't use your heart, use your head, and get advice.